يا إلهي بعد تقصيري وإسرافي على نفسي، مؤتذرا نادما منكسرا مستغيلا، مستغفرا منيبا، مغرا مذعنا معترفا، لا أجد مفرا مما كان مني، ولا مفزعا أتوجه إليه في أمري غير قبولك عذري وإدخالك إياي في سعة رحمتك. اللهم فاقبل عذري وارحم شدة ثري، وفكني من شد وساقي. يا رب ارحم ضعف بدني، يا رب ارحم ضعف بدني، رب ارحم ضعف بدني ورقة جلدي ودقة عظمي. يا من بدأ خلقي وذكري وتربيتي وبري وتغذيتي، هبني لابتداء كرمك وسولف برك به. يا إلهي وسيدي وربي، أتراك معذبي بنارك بعد توحيدك وبعد من تبى عليه قلبي من معرفتك ولهج به لساني من ذكرك واعتقده ضميري من حبك، وبعد صدق اعترافي ودعائي خاضعا لربوبيتك، هيهات أنت أكرم من أن تصيع من ربيت أو تبعد من أدنيت أو تشرد من آويت أو تسلم إلى البلاء من كفيته ورحمت. وليت شعري يا سيدي وإلهي ومولاي أتسلط النار على وجوه خرت لعظمتك ساجدا، وعلى الألسن نطقت بتوحيدك صادقا وبشكرك بعدها، وعلى القلوب اعترفت بإلهيتك محققا، وعلى ثمائر هوت من العلم بك حتى صارت خاشعة، وعلى جبارها سعت إلى أوطان تعبدك طالعة، وأشارت باستغفارك مذعنة محققة، وعلى ثمائر هوت من العلم.
ما هكذا الظن بك ولا أخبرنا بفضلك عنك يا كريم يا رب، وأنت تعلم ضعفي عن قليل من بلاء الدنيا وعقوباتها وما يجري فيها من المكاره على أهلها، على أن ذلك بلاء ومكروه قليل مكثوه، يسير بقاؤه قصير مدته، فكيف احتمالي لبلاء الآخرة وجليل وقوع المكاره فيها، وهو بلاء تطول مدته ويدوم مقامه ولا يخفف عن أهله، لأنه لا يكون إلا عن غضبك وانتقامك وسخطك، وهذا ما لا تقوم له السماوات والأرض يا سيدي. فكيف بي وأنا عبدك الضعيف الذليل الحقير المسكين المستكين، يا إلهي وربي وسيدي ومولاي، لأي الأمور إليك أشكو، ولما منها ضج وأبكي، لأليم العذاب وشدته أم لطول البلاء ومدته. فلئن صيرتني للعقوبات مع أعدائك، وجمعت بيني وبين أهل بلائك، وفرقت بيني وبين أحبائك وأوليائك، فهبني يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي وربي. صبرت على عذابك، فكيف أصبر على فراقك؟ وهبني صبرت على حر نارك، فكيف أصبر عن النظر إلى كرامتك؟ أم كيف أسكن في النار ورجائي عفوك؟ فبعزتك يا سيدي ومولاي أقسم صادقا، لئن تركتني ناطقا لأضجن إليك بين أهلها ضجيج الآملين، ولأصرخن إليك صراخ المستصرخين، ولأبكين عليك بكاء الفاقدين، ولأنادينك أين كنت يا ولي المؤمنين، يا غاية آمال العارفين، يا غياث المستغيثين، يا غياث المستغيثين، يا حبيب قلوب الصادقين، ويا إله العالمين. فتراك سبحانك يا إلهي وبحمدك تسمع فيها صوت عبد مسلم سجن فيها بمخالفته، وذاق طعم عذابها بمعصيته، وحبس بين أطباقها بجرمه وجريرته، وهو يضج إليك ضجيج مؤمل لرحمتك، ويناديك بلسان أهل توحيدك، ويتوسل إليك بربوبيتك. يا مولاي، فكيف يبقى في العذاب وهو يرجو ما سلف من حلمك؟ أم كيف تؤلمه النار وهو يأمل فضلك ورحمتك؟ أم كيف يحرقه لهيبها وأنت تسمع صوته وترى مكانه؟ أم كيف يشتمل عليه زفيرها وأنت تعلم ضعفه؟ أم كيف يتقلقل بين أطباقها وأنت تعلم صدقه؟ أم كيف تزجره زبانيتها وهو يناديك يا رباه؟ أم كيف يرجو فضلك في عتقه منها فتتركه فيها؟ هيهات، ما ذلك الظن بك ولا المعروف من فضلك، ولا مشبه لما عاملت به الموحدين من برك وإحسانك. فباليقين أقطع لولا ما حكمت به من تعذيب جاحديك، وقضيت به من إخلاد معانديك، لجعلت النار كلها بردا وسلاما، وما كان لأحد فيها مقرا ولا مقاما، لكنك تقدست أسماؤك، أقسمت أن تملاها من الكافرين من الجنة والناس أجمعين، وأن تخلد فيها المعاندين، وأنت جل ثناؤك قلت مبتدئا وتطولت بالإنعام متكرما. أفمن كان مؤمنا كمن كان فاسقا لا يستوون. إلهي وسيدي، فأسألك بالقدرة التي قدرتها وبالقضية التي حتمتها وحكمتها وغلبت من عليه أجريتها أن تهب لي في هذه الليلة وفي هذه الساعة كل جرم أجرمته وكل ذنب أذنبته وكل قبيح أسررته وكل جهل عملته كتمته أو أعلنته أخفيته أو أظهرته وكل سيئة أمرت بإثباتها الكرام الكاتبين الذين وكلتهم بحفظ ما يكون مني وجعلتهم شهودا علي مع جوارحي وكنت أنت الرقيب علي من ورائهم والشاهد لما خفي عنهم وبرحمتك أخفيته وبفضلك سترته وأن توفر حظي من كل خير تنزله أو إحسان تفضله أو بر تنشره أو رزق تبسطه أو ذنب تغفره أو خطأ تستره يا ربي يا ربي يا رب يا ربي يا ربي تبسطه أو ذنب تغفره أو خطأ تستره يا إلهي وسيدي ومولاي ومالك رقي يا من بيده ناصيتي يا عليما بضري ومسكنتي يا خبيرا بفقري وفاقتي يا ربي يا ربي يا رب يا ربي يا ربي يا وبخدمتك موصول يا ربي وأعمالي عندك مقبولة حتى تكون أعمالي وأورادي كلها وردا واحدا وحالي في خدمتك سردا يا سيدي يا من عليه معولي يا من إليه شكوت أحوالي يا ربي يا من إليه شكوت أحوالي يا ربي يا من إليه شكوت أحوالي ربي يا رب قوي على خدمتك جوارحي واشدد على العزيمة جوانحي وهب لي الجد في خشيتك والدوام للاتصال بخدمتك حتى أسرح إليك في ميادين السابقين وأسرع إليك في البارزين وأشتاق إلى قربك في المشتاقين وأدنو منك دنو المخلصين وأخافك مخافة الموقنين وأجتمع في جوارك مع المؤمنين اللهم ومن أرادني بسوء فأرد ومن كادني فكد اللهم ومن أراد المسلمين بسوء فأرد ومن كادهم فكد واجعلني من أحسن عبيدك نصيبا عندك وأقربهم منزلة منك وأخصهم زلفة لديك فإنه لا ينال ذلك إلا بفضلك وجد لي بجودك واعطف علي بمجدك واحفظني برحمتك واجعل لساني بذكرك لهجا وقلبي بحبك متيما ومن علي بحسن إجابتك وأقلني عثرتي واغفر زلتي فإنك قضيت على عبادك بعبادتك وأمرتهم بدعائك وضمنت لهم الإجابة فإليك يا ربي نصبت وجهي، وإليك يا ربي مددت يدي، فبعزتك استجب لي دعائي وبلغني مناي، ولا تقطع من فضلك يا رجائي، واكفني شر الجن والإنس من أعدائي، يا سريع الرضا يا سريع الرضا، ولا تقطع يا سريع الرجائي، اغفر لمن لا يملك إلا الدعاء، فإنك فعال لما تشاء، يا من اسمه دواء وذكره شفاء وطاعته غنى، ارحم من اغفر لمن لا يملك وسلاحه البكاء، يا سابغا اللعاب يا دافع النقاب، يا نور المستوحشين في الظلام، يا عالما لا يعلم، صل على محمد وآل محمد، وافعل بنا ما أنت أهله، وصلى الله على رسوله يا نور المستوحشين به وسلم تسليما كثيرا، صل على محمد وآل محمد، وافعل بنا ما أنت أهله، وصلى الله على رسوله يا نور المستوحشين، وصلى الله على رسوله يا نور المستوحشين.
السلام عليك يا وارث آدم صفوة الله، السلام عليك يا وارث نوح النبي، السلام عليك يا وارث السلام عليك يا وارث إبراهيم خليل الله، السلام عليك يا وارث موسى كليم الله، السلام عليك يا وارث عيسى روح الله، السلام عليك يا وارث محمد حبيب الله، السلام عليك يا وارث أمير المؤمنين علي ولي الله، السلام عليك يا ابن محمد المصطفى، السلام عليك يا ابن علي المرتضى، السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة الزهراء، السلام عليك يا ابن خديجة الكبرى، السلام عليك يا ثار الله وابن ثاره والوتر الموتور، أشهد أنك قد أقمت الصلاة وآتيت الزكاة وأمرت بالمعروف ونهيت عن المنكر وأطعت الله ورسوله حتى أتاك اليقين، فلعن الله أمتان قتلات، ولعن الله أمتان ظلمات، ولعن الله أمتان سمعت بذلك فرضيت به، يا مولاي يا أبا عبد الله، أشهد أنك كنت نورا في الأصلاب الشامخة والأرحام المطهرة، لم تنجسك الجاهلية بأنجاسها، ولم تلبسك من دعائم الدين وأركان المؤمنين، وأشهد أنك الإمام البر التقي الرضي الزكي الهادي المهدي، وأشهد أن الأئمة من ولدك كلمة التقوى وأعلام الهدى والعروة الوثقى والحجة على أهل الدنيا، وأشهد الله وملائكته وأنبياءه ورسله أني بكم مؤمن وبإيابكم موقن، بشرائع ديني وخواتيم عملي، وقلبي لقلبكم وأمري لأمركم متبع، صلوات الله عليكم وعلى أرواحكم وعلى أجسادكم وعلى أجسامكم وعلى شاهدكم وعلى غائبكم وعلى ظاهركم وعلى باطنكم. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك، عليكم مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين الذين بذلوا مهجهم ضد الحسين. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى أخيك أبي الفضل العباس وعلى أختك الحوراء السلام. اللهم وصل على أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين زين العابدين ومحمد بن علي الباقر وجعفر بن محمد الصادق وموسى بن جعفر الكاظم وعلي بن موسى الرضا ومحمد بن علي الجواد وعلي بن محمد الهادي والحسن بن علي العسكري والخلف الهادي المهدي. حججك على عبادك والملائكة في بلاد العسكري والخلف الهادي المهدي. اللهم هؤلاء أئمتي بهم أتولى ومن أعدائهم أتبرأ. اللهم ارزقني في الدنيا زيارتهم وفي الآخرة شفاعتهم. اللهم وصل على ولي أمرك القائم المؤمل والعدل المنتظر وحفه بملائكتك المقربين وأيده بروح القدس يا رب العالمين. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل سنة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصل اللهم على خير محمد وآله الطاهرين يا أرحم الراحمين. وصل اللهم على خير محمد وآله الطاهرين يا أرحم الراحمين. وصل اللهم على خير محمد وآله الطاهرين يا أرحم الراحمين. وصل اللهم على خير
Light.
وآله الطاهرين.
Aside. Light. Aside. Light. Aside. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. والصلاة والسلام بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم على أشرف الأنبياء من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم سيدنا ومولانا حبيب قلوبنا أبي القاسم محمد سيدنا ومولانا حبيب قلوبنا. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه ما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. What we're going to see today, I find it's an extremely important aspect of Muslim life. This noble scholar, I don't know how many years, months he spent in compiling this book. This noble scholar, he has compiled, I don't know how many 100 topics in a book. Months he spent. Each topic concerns us, me and all of us. This noble scholar, he has because we are Muslims at a moment. 100 topics, and inshallah today we'll benefit me and all of from his very first. He has arranged these 100 in alphabetical order, starting with A, B, C. And the way he has done it is remarkable. I get fascinated by it. Every time I sit, I look at it, I feel like, you know, the way he has done it, a beginner of Islam. I get fascinated. But today, inshallah, we're going to try and see the scholars, like, you know, and he calls it noble words. But today, inshallah, in every article, he has used scholars. The Quran is a reference, and he calls it noble words, called a masuni. In every article, the hadith of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his family. And they know better. When you combine the two, you get a beautiful picture, and that's what he has done. So, 100 motivational, they know better, and inspiring short articles, and they're very short. Beautiful picture. This is what I like. They are not philosophical. not motivational. They are okay for a common person like me, and I mean it. For me to understand, I don't understand philosophy, but I understand simple language. And this is where I found it very attractive. So today I thought I'll share that with you. And he says it so beautifully. He says, and all of us face this. When life has got you in a slump, turn to these short articles. Found it very and I mean, really, I turn every morning. He says it so beautifully. Every morning I turn, I sit there and look at it and I smile. Life has got you because he has given me a reason to smile. And I mean, so really, read on and read on and get ready to smile. I hope everybody is smiling. I don't see many smiling faces. He's just smiling. Okay, that's fine. My Hajj companion. Okay. Okay, so really, read on and by reading these and get ready to smile. Motivational words, you can start your day taking control of your thoughts. I think what he's saying, very simple. Take charge of your thoughts. He says, thinking positively and setting new goals. Nobody is stopping me for that. There's no red light. There's no cops. There's no barrier. There's no speed limit. Go as fast as you want to go. Stop where you want to go. He says, your thought process is not succumbing to the human world. There's no red light. We put it. There's no cops. Whatever restrictions are, we put it. Speed limit. Go as fast as you want to go. Stop where you want to go. He said these articles are based on the ethical verses of the one and only source. There's no red light. We put it. This book is whatever restrictions are, we put it. That, the challenge is in Bani Israel, if all the humans and all the jinn get together, they cannot produce the Quran like verses of, and it's the one and only 14 centuries ago. They cannot produce the full Quran, produce 10 surahs. Cannot produce 10, one surah. And this book, I wish I know the value around this. This book is most precious thing in my life. Should be. The Quran is a record of the exact words, precisely exact words revealed by God through Archangel Jibreel to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who is the author of Quran? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Quran is a record of the exact when you have this valuable gift amongst you revealed by God, I don't have to go anywhere. This presentation is based on a book. Who is this book is called Noble Word. I really was attracted. Very, very well put. And the author's name is Abul Fadl Saburi. I don't have to go anywhere. And in the beginning of preface, he has studied under several known ulamas. He gives the names of the several known ulamas under whom he studied. So I really admire. I don't know how long it took, where he got the idea to do this kind of thing. Think what he is gaining. Everybody who reads this book, he gets sawab. Everybody acts on his article, he gets sawab. It is very important for us to think in terms of broader thing. Okay, that's not important. All right, here we go. First is the introduction. What is the introduction of this? You have complete control. Can anybody plant thoughts in me? No, I will allow the person to do it. If Iblis comes in or the Malak comes in, I have to choose. It's my choice. If I go left, well, I'm following Iblis. If I go right, I'm following the Malak. So it says your thinking have complete control over one thing in the universe you're thinking. And think of it. There's no barrier in your thinking. Think as far as you want to go. So he goes on. You can decide what you're going to think in any given situation. No two people will act the same way in the same situation. Different. No two people. Because of their background, because of their experiences, because of their reflection, because. Then you have your thoughts and feelings determine your actions and determine the results you get. It's so important. And he just talked about the importance of niyyah. So important that we just don't take it lightly. Every arkan of salat is important for it to be accepted. We have to be totally submissive, attentive. And we are talking to whom? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then he says, it all starts with your thoughts. And it does. Attracted. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of negativity in my head. There's a lot of negativity in my head. And in the beginning of preface, there's a lot of things that are several superfluous, garbage. He gives the names. I have to get rid of them slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly. So I have found that inspirational words are a quick way to where he got the idea to do this kind of thing. You need some source what he is gaining to inspire you. Everybody who reads this book, he gets to instrument. Like today we have so many aspects of our. It is very important medical health. To think in terms anything of you want to know, they're available. Okay, that's not important. My daughter had a knee operation. And it's been about 8 months. She still goes to therapies. The kind of things they are doing with human body, human mind is phenomenal. You have complete control. But they are not God. Plant thoughts in me? No, I will allow the person to do it. So now you have inspiration words have an amazing ability. The malak comes in to motivate you and change the way you feel about yourself. If I go left, it is very, very important. If I go right, that I can feel downtrodden. Nobody loves me, nobody wants me. He says, your thinking, have complete control over one thing in the universe, you're thinking. And Dr. Kubler-Ross, there's no barrier in your thinking. She describes herself, she says, when I was born, my parents tell me that she did not look very pretty, and she looked very ugly, maybe weak, maybe whatever. Different. That they were sorry to have a child like that. Because of their background, and it continued for a while. And as she grew up, she became a scientist. Because. She became a very well-known scientist in what they call out-of-body experience. Your actions out-of-body experience. The results you get. She wrote a book on it. It's so important. Dr. Kubler-Ross. He just talked about the importance of her beginning, if you read, was very, very so important and sad. Yet, that we like a butterfly. Just don't take it lightly. Every arkan of salat the way you think and feel about yourself, accepted, including your beliefs. We have to be totally submissive about what is possible for you, and we are determines everything that happens to you. Does everybody agree with that? He says it all we decide for ourselves, and it does. Attracted. I'm trying to. We always think of negativity in my head. I mean, first thing is, negativity in my head. It's so difficult. There's a lot of things that are so difficult. Superfluous. But if it's good, put your heart into it. I have to get rid of them slowly. Put your heart into it. Slowly and slowly. And that's one thing that I think we all need to learn. I need to learn. When good things, Allah will test you. Allah will train you. When you change the quality of your thinking, what happens? Instrument. Like change the quality. We have so many aspects from negative medical health, from anything, you're sort of, you're sulker. You sulk, this is bad, I have traffic problem, I have this problem. It's been about 8 months. Nothing but negativity. Iblis is winning us. He is winning our battle. It's phenomenal. You have to change that. Control. I'm trying to do that. If somebody's following me too close, I will allow the person that. Or somebody crosses me. It happens. Iblis comes in. A woman, I was going to my daughter's house, and suddenly I'm in my lane, and suddenly this car, SUV, cuts me. And I was very close, and I sort of, nobody loves me. Instant reaction was to curse. Watch where you're going. Instant. Now, that negativity, if I dispel it quickly, then it describes herself. That's what it's all about. She says, when I was born, my parents, you change the quality of your life sometimes instantly. She looked very ugly, maybe weak. In the present book, there are 100 motivational quotes. And it continued for a while. And as she grew up, she became a scientist. When life has got you in slump, turn to these. And they will help. They are helping me big time. Out-of-body experience. She wrote a book on it. Read on and get ready to smile. Is everybody ready to smile? And have a big salawat with a big smile. Come on. Was very, very so important. Sad. Yet that she flew like a butterfly. It's just very drab, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. The way you think and feel about yourself, including your beliefs, we have to be totally thinking about what positively and setting new goals. There's a lot of research done, believe me, and I'll show you my last slide is the modern science. What did it say? According to we always think of it's difficult. Sayyid Sajjadi, and this is all quotation from the book. What does he say? But Allahumma. Put your heart Allahumma. I can't read it. Put your heart into it. And that's one thing that I think we all need to learn. I need to learn. When good things, Allah will test you. Allah will what does it mean? When you change oh God, grow my intention through your gentleness. He just talked about me. The niyyah sets up from acceptance of our salat, from acceptance of our dua, the zikr. Everything that is what is deep down. If I'm just doing it, oh, I got to go home. Let me do it very quickly. Or I have something else in mind. Whatever it is, you have to change that. That means I'm doing part-time salat. I'm trying to do that. My niyyah is only part-time niyyah. When you do the qiyam, it happens. Think of Ali in my daughter's house, and suddenly I'm in my lane. There's no better example. This car, SUV, let's continue. And I was very close. And noble words of Hidayah. I continue with the introduction. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so merciful that He rewards His servants for the good intentions they have. If I spell it quickly, then describe herself. You think good, I'll give you good. It will come. But be sincere. But know my laws. If you're not sincere, you don't know my laws, learn the laws. What to be sincere. And even if you cannot accomplish it, Allah will give you. But He is looking inside of us, in our heart. They will help in our soul. The one who intends to do some acts of worship, like giving a lot of charity for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but due to lack of resources, is unable to do so, will be rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as if he has realized his intention. Is his intention. And there are numbers of stories thinking of this, that how deep is your conviction that this good act, you really would like to love to do it. And this is the clever believer is the one who intends wholeheartedly to all acts of worship. What does he say? Wholeheartedly. I'm here, labbaik. I can't read it. I'm here, labbaik. And that's one thing that in the middle of the war, Imam Ali will pray. In the middle of the battle, Allah will test you. He will pray. What does it mean? And somebody say, he said, what are we fighting for? Establish the prayer. The niyyah sets up. Thus, he is endowed with divine reward for all those who act, even if he is not able to bring into practice any of them. But if I'm just doing it, you don't decide for yourself. Well, I did the niyyah, but I didn't pray. I did the niyyah for fasting, but I did the niyyah for hajj. I didn't. No. It means I'm doing part-time. He wants to see deeper self-conviction and effort. If you don't have the conviction and the efforts to go with it, think of Ali, it will not bear the fruit. Thus, intention is the most important aspect of every action. And he explained this beautifully. Imam Kazim alayhi salam. I continue with the introduction. Going back to his great-grandfather, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, good intention. There is for every person what he has intended for. You think good, I'll give you good. It will come. It's so simple. He's saying, if your thinking is clouded, if your thinking is muddy, if your thinking is selfish, if you're thinking you're quick jobs, be sincere. If your thinking is rush. Even in ibadah, he's looking inside of us. That means your niyyah. Your intention. Some acts of worship, like giving. It means that when you intend to do something, you always have the reward of that action. But due to lack of resources, is unable to do so. Quran talks about munafiqeen. They used to pray and pray and pray and pray. Repeatedly, Quran warns. Do not be like them. They have a big mark on their head. They will pray, they will pray, they will pray. How deep they did not understand the media. That this good act, usually you would like. The only necessary condition is to have honesty. Be honest to Allah. The clever believer is the one who intends wholeheartedly. I know it's very tough these days to get up early in the morning. It's cold. I was thinking of people in Afghanistan, in Hazari. I once looked at on Google, people living in the middle of the battle. They don't have electricity, they don't have power, they don't have heat. And it's cold. Somebody say, what are we fighting for? They have to go to the river to do the wudu. I can't even think of it. He's endowed with divine water for all those who even if he is not able to bring people who do any of them. But one you don't decide for yourself. Well, I did the niyyah, but I didn't
without
pray.
understanding
I did the niyyah for fasting, but
is
I
not
did the niyyah for
doing a
Hajj, I
good
didn't-
job.
No, he wants to see people's
Even though he has a good intention.
Does everybody understand this part? The efforts to go with it. It's important. That will not bear the fruit. That's, is the most important aspect of every. You have to have an understanding and the niyyah. Imam Kazim alayhi salam. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says, you come to pray, do you realize in whose presence you are? If you have to go and see Biden, my God, you'll never get a chance to go and see him. There you are, who created Biden and plus more. You think good, who created all these. He says, so simple. Just he's saying, if you're thinking, I'm standing there, do I understand money? If you're thinking self-power, if you're thinking you're quick permission, that isn't he's giving me to just stand there, rush. And he says, you talk to me, I'm listening. Even in ibadah, he's looking inside of us. That means, while intention is the most important aspect of the prayer, your intention in its turn is evaluated based on one's awareness and understanding. You need awareness and understanding. I have a good niyyah, but I don't have the understanding. Again, it goes back to the package. The package is extremely important. Understand. They have a big mark on their. And then he says, ma'rifah wa fahm. How deep? And without ma'rifah, what sajda am I doing? I'm talking about myself. I can only talk. If I don't have ma'rifah, what am I doing? I'm just doing exercise. I have to change myself. I know it's very tough in some days to get up early in the morning. It's cold. I was thinking of people in Afghanistan, continue introduction. The Quran is the principal source of every Muslim faith and practice. It deals with all subjects that concern us, human beings, including what? And it's somebody say, what is it? Believe me, it is the purest, the cheapest, the easiest source of getting hikmah is Quran. He's endowed with divine water. But Quran is like a Quran sees our heart, sees our intention, sees tomorrow. Accordingly, you don't decide to give you the hikmah. Well, I did the niyyah, but I didn't understand. These are his words. I don't alter a scholar's words. There's none of this is mine. Even though he has a good intention. Ibadah. Take this word, hikmah, aqidah, ibadah. Each one you open up, you go into the sky. So deep. And then qanun. And the niyyah. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says, you come to pray, do you realize in whose presence you are? The basic thing you have to go and see is the relation between God and His creature. There you are, who Quran provides guidelines for a just society, proper human conduct, and equitable economic principles. I'm standing there, we have defeated everything. Self-power. And we don't even want to understand, at least know what is wrong. And he says, wrong and right must be understood. But if I just say, yes, it's okay, but, go on. No, it's not. Intention in its turn. You're diluting your faith. Based on one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Imran. He says, look, I sent the book. God has sent down to you the book with proof. Again, it goes back to the pack, confirming what was revealed before. Extremely important. Understand. This Quran says whatever was done before, and then he says, and he sent down the Torah, and without Marifah, what sajda am I doing? I'm talking about myself. Before this is a guide to humankind, and he sent down, what am I doing? The criterion. I'm just doing exercise. I wish we know the value. I'm talking about myself. The value of Quran. These are motivational, and I'm going to continue with the first one, inshallah. I love the way he picked one. Letter A seed. When you talk about seed, that means you are going to have a tree in your backyard. My late wife had a mango tree, and my daughter bought a house in Miami. She wanted to have the same tree. So I went through Google and spent days and days and days and days how to grow a mango tree from a stone, from a seed. And when I did it, I cannot tell you the joy I felt. She has 3 trees already fruiting. But I did it, learned to put the seed, learn the seed. Take this word, hikmah, aqidah, ibadah, of course. each one you open up, you go into the sky. So deep. And then Qanun. When you plant a seed inside you, you forget the ayah, kalimatan tayyibah. You have to go and see the relation between God and will grow in every season. Quran provides guidelines for a just society, proper human conduct. That's what we are searching for. When you find it, you let me know. It's valuable. And what is this call Allah is talking about? That this seed, what is wrong, is a call. Allah's wrong and right. This author is saying a seed of hope is the beginning of every good thing in our lives. But if I just say yes, it's okay, begin with hope. No, it's not. Hope gives birth to overcoming life. Allah always believes for the best, even in the face of the worst circumstances. And that's one thing Islam teaches us. If you read stories of the Prophet upon Prophet upon Prophet, they did not quit. Understand. This Quran says, Nabi Ayyub, Nabi Yaqub, Nabi Ibrahim, and he sent down Nabi Yunus. Just read over and over and over and over and again. I'm talking about myself. They never lost hope. The guy and he sent down. For believers in God, hope is much more than a wish, yearning, or a positive outcome. I'm talking about myself. It is based on the promises of God found in His Word. They are promises to move on your behalf. I love the way he picked one. He says, call me and I'm there. But I hear your call, you don't hear my call. That's the problem. We can have a tree in your backyard. You can have hope in life no matter what surrounds us. Mango tree. Because my daughter bought a house in Miami. She wanted to have the same tree. So I went through Google and spent days and days and days and days how to grow a mango tree from a stone, from a seed. And when I did it, I cannot tell you the joy of it. Allah is on my side. She has 3 trees already fruit. But I did it, learned to put the seed, learn the seed. Take this word, hikmah, aqidah. We can have hope in life no matter what surrounds us because we serve a God who cared. Does Allah care for just Muslims? When you plant Pakistani or Indians or Saudis or Iraqis, no. Because He only love the white skin, black skin. He's your God will grow in every season. He cares fruit in every just society. And what else? He knows me by my name. When you find it, you let me know. There's a register. There's a register. My name is valuable. And what is this code? No living creature, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, that Allah is a code, not had it. Isn't this author is saying a seed of hope is the beginning of every good thing in our lives. But if I just say yes, it's okay, and understand and the desires of our heart. Hide whatever you disclose, and God knows best what is in the hearts. For believers in God, hope is much more than a wish. Very simple. Yearning or a positive. Very simple. There is not an iota of thought that is in any human being's mind. They are promises to move on your behalf. There are 8 billion human beings on the earth today. He says, God knows us before we were even formed in our mother's womb. Before He sent me, He sent you, He sent all of us. We can have a tree in your backyard. You can have hope in life no matter what surrounds us. Mango tree. Because my daughter bought a house in Miami. She wanted to have the same tree. So I went through Google and spent days and days and days and days how to grow a mango tree from a stone, from a seed. And when I did it, I cannot tell you the joy of it. Allah is on my side. She has 3 trees already fruit. But I did it, learned to put the seed, learn the seed. Take this word, hikmah, aqidah. We can have hope in life no matter what surrounds us because we serve a God who cared. Does Allah care for just Muslims? When you plant Pakistani or Indians or Saudis or Iraqis, God is all knowing. You love the white skin, black skin. He's your God will grow in every season. He cares fruit in every just society. And what else? He knows me by my name. When you find it, you let me know. There's a register. There's a register. My name is. What is this code? No living creature, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, that Allah is a code, not had it. Isn't this author is saying a seed of hope is the beginning of every But if I just say yes, it's okay, and understand and the desires of our heart. Hide whatever you disclose. God knows best what is in the hearts. For believers in God, hope is much more than a wish. Very simple. Yearning or a positive. Very simple. There is not an iota of thought God found that is in any human being's mind. They are promises to move on your behalf. There are 8 billion souls on the earth today. He says, God knows us before we were even formed in our mother's womb. Before He sent me, He sent you, He sent all of us. We can have a tree in the backyard. We can have hope in life no matter what it does. Mango tree, because when we talk about a house in Miami, she wanted to have the same tree. The story went to Google, you spent days and days and days how to grow the mango tree from a seed. And when I did it, I cannot tell you the joy of it. Allah is on my side. He has 3 trees, but I did it, learned to put the seed, learn the seed. Take this word, we can have hope in life no matter what surrounds us because we serve a God. He cares. Does Allah care for just Muslim? When you Pakistani or Indian or Saudis or Iraqi, your thoughts or anyone else tell you anything different. It's us, we move away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Keep hope alive and never give up. I think I got just 1 or 2 more, inshallah. He has, as I said, he has done such a remarkable job in drawing from the Quran and explaining in a simple language that I can understand. Baqarah, he says, Satan frightens you of poverty and prompts you to commit indecent acts. And he does that. A very beautiful story is Yusuf and Zulaikha. She was tempted, and he said, I would have been tempted, but I saw Allah's Burhan. The word uses Burhan. That's the difference. Yusuf.
Satan frightens. Is this the right explanation? I mean, the right translation? Satan frightens?
Yes? I didn't translate it. This is from the Quran translation.
I know, but it says, Shaitan ya'adukum it says, Satan frightens you.
Yeah. Of poverty. Frightens you of poverty.
Ya'adukum means promise you.
Well, this is like the word.
I don't understand what you're saying.
He's trying to, by the translation of the word from Arabic to English, it's a little bit off.
He wants to make it easy, but
I understand that. All I'm saying is that I don't make the translation.
No, I don't know.
I go to the, yeah, and the funny thing is, if you go to 2 different translations, they have a different way of explaining. Okay, so the principle has to be understood. We know what we're talking about. If you know that, then it doesn't make any difference. God is God. God is a God of more than enough. Is He not? He does not have any lack. He always has a solution. God is ready to speak to you, to encourage you, and to some rescue you. Let me ask you, where your hope is today. Is it in people? Is it in your abilities? In your job? I can only talk about myself. In my list, Allah is the end only when I'm in trouble. If I go for a job interview, I get it. Oh, I got it done. I mean, I'm so smart. My resume, everything is so good. I got taken. I forget God. But if I get rejected, then I go, Ya Allah, why am I rejected? This is the last one. No, second last. A seed of hope, he says, be encouraged and build your hope on nothing less than God Himself. It's so difficult for me. So difficult. Make Him the one and only source of your hopes. And put your trust in God as a trustee. God says in Surah Al Imran, Hasbunallah. What does it mean? I did research on Hasbunallah and Ni'mal Wakeel. He is an excellent trustee. He is a solid rock in which all other ground is sinking sand. Hope today, hope now. Whoever hopes in God and trusts in Him, he will never be disappointed. But I have to do my job. If I don't do my job and hope in Allah, I'm just fooling myself. Totally fooling myself. I don't prepare properly to go to an interview. I have not studied properly. I'm in the wrong place. I get kicked out. And I complain, yeah, no, I got kicked out. Surah Tawbah, he says, say nothing will befall us except what God has ordained for us. This is part of our iman. Nothing happens, not even a leaf drops from the tree without Allah's knowledge. Allah is Kullu Alim. He is our master, and in God let all the faithful put their trust. And the last one. How many of you heard of Johns Hopkins University?
72 to from.
Okay. Practice reframing. This in future, this is only the first. He says how to reframe. How to reframe. And his topics are so phenomenal, everyday topic. He talks about reframing in the future articles. Build resiliency. And this is scientists talking about for Johns Hopkins. Resiliency is the ability to adapt to stressful or negative situations and losses. The ability to adapt. And that's what we're living today, society today. Every time you go to the news, I see, the Gaza. My heart breaks. Stressful. But I should do something. Pray for them. Try to find a way to send funds to them. These two things I can do. There's no excuse for it. Experts recommend these keys to build yours. There are 3 keys. They say, number 1, maintain good relationship with family and friends. I hope you remember that, okay? You do? I mean, I know you say you do, but do they say they? No. Do they say you do? I want to hear that. I want to hear from you. Okay. She's nodding. She's going like this. Number 2, accept that change is part of life. Believe me, I cannot understand when you are in the teens and 30s and 40s. I mean, you're just flying. But the time comes your knees are hurting, your back is stiff. You don't realize it's going to come. There is no exception. And lastly, he says, take action on problems rather than just hoping they disappear or waiting for them to resolve themselves. I hope that you have been able to learn this noble scholar. This is only one of the 100 of which he has done. And like I said, I sit down every morning and I marvel his analogy. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. اللهم إني أسألك بحق محمد وآل محمد. عليك صل على محمد وآل محمد واجعل النور في بصري وبصيرة في ديني واليقين في قلبي وإخلاص في عملي والسلامة في نفسي والسعة في رزقي والشكر لك عبدا ما أبقيتني والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله